Hello everyone, this is Tim, and I want to talk about how dreams can actually help you when you're coming up with RPG campaigns or adventure ideas or world building. It really can influence you in many different ways. Now, this is kind of almost like a response to Tetsubu's video about dreams, and Inception is a movie that just came out recently that I watched. And great movie, by the way, if you want to go check out a cool movie about dreams. But dreams. I don't know about all of you. I think we're all a little bit different as far as how we dream. And I have a hard time remembering my dreams. I almost have to consciously make sure that I write down my dreams as soon as I wake up. And this could be any time that I wake up at all. If I wake up in the middle of the night. The goal has always been to reach over, grab this little spiral-bound notepad that I have, and try to write down legibly just some main points of the dream. It can even be like 3 to 5 words, sometimes a sentence or two. Lately, I've kind of gotten out of the habit of doing that, but I found that when I try to keep, I guess it's called a dream journal, and when I've tried doing that, I remember my dreams better. And some of the stuff I write down is pretty crazy. Sometimes I really don't even remember having the dream. And even when I look at the notes, sometimes I can't remember the dream. But sometimes I can. And some of the things I write down are just pretty interesting. It's like, really? I don't remember having a dream about that. But just you kind of see the progression of how you write things down. And it's funny, too, because sometimes if you're not thinking right or you don't prepare the page right, I'm married, so I can't just turn on the light and wake up my wife, so I reach over and I literally write in the dark. And sometimes I'll write over other stuff that I wrote because I forgot to flip the page, or maybe I write 2 or 3 things in a night and I'd write all that stuff on the same page. So you kind of have to train yourself a little bit as far as how you're going to do it. So if you manage to do this, or maybe you're one of those people that just remembers their dreams, I'm kind of envious of you. See, I don't really remember my dreams. I remember more of my nightmares. So maybe that's some of the reason why I can kind of creep people out sometimes when I'm running a game, especially like a horror game. I just throw in just crazy details. They're like, how did you even come up with that? It's like, well, I guess my subconscious did when I was sleeping, or my muse. Maybe my muse has dark wings. I don't know. But you can use these things to flavor campaigns. It might not be a major part of your campaign. It might only be very small details that you add in from time to time. You could even just have a little notebook with you with just some random ideas from dreams that if you're really stuck for an idea, your players have put you in a spot where you have no idea what to do. I've done other videos about having things ready to kind of shoot from the hip, and I'm pretty good at doing that. But you could write down a list of things from dreams. Maybe you had this dream about this really wild-looking rose. The rose idea comes from kind of like the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, because he uses that technique where he'll have very vivid dreams and he'll try to incorporate them into his stories. And there's nothing wrong with us doing the same thing for RPGs. If you have this really impressive dream that's vivid, has lots of color, sort of strange events, you can use these in your campaign. And it might be obvious, but the dreams that you have could be dream sequences that you have for your players. It isn't always used all the time, but a dream sequence really can add some cool little details to a campaign, especially with boring things like, okay, we make camp, we set our guard, okay, your first watch, your second watch, your third watch. All right, nothing happens, okay, it's the next day. Well, instead of it just being the next day, you can have a little sort of thing that you put into the campaign right there. You can go around the table, and you can use dreams to kind of throw a little, not really like a monkey wrench, but just sort of like a curveball into things and how you're doing things. Another technique that you can use with dreams and really kind of make everybody be a part of it is you can assign, okay, so let's say I'm the player. Okay, it's my dream. I might have some sway as far how the dream goes. I can role play through the dream, but the GM can also assign different roles in the dream itself. Maybe the other players get to take part in the dream itself, and that kind of represents the part of the dream that you can't control, the stuff that you wonder, well, why is that? Well, that doesn't really make any sense to me, but dreams don't have to make sense. Some of them do, some of them don't. But that's actually pretty fun to do. You can even do that in other techniques too. Just if you're feeling kind of burned out one day, just let some of the other players play NPC roles as well. Don't always do it, but it's a nice little technique to kind of bring people back to the table. If they're checking their cell phones or they're doing other things that really aren't concerned with the actual gaming in progress, flipping through books. You're like, hey Jack, how about you role play this drunk guy on the corner? And look up from the book. Really? Okay. And then he'll put his book away and try to take part. But you can do that in dreams. You can do that outside of dreams. Mainly, I just want to say that dreams are a resource that many creative people use to their benefit, and we are a bunch of creative people, so use dreams in your campaign. If you have any ideas about dreams and how they can improve your campaign, how you run things, feel free to leave a response, video or text, and I'm usually pretty good about responding to all the texts I get, all the text messages, and I don't know, I really enjoy you guys commenting on things, especially when I mess stuff up. It's good to be kind of clarified, and you guys really help me out, and I don't know, it always makes me happy when I get comments. So, all right, guys, take it easy. I'll see you hopefully in another video today.